This for brothers who was here from day one. It's all Rock don't stop, y'all.
My name is Nina Angela Mercer, and I'm a playwright and producer, native Washingtonian, born and raised here. I live in New York now. It affects how I move throughout the world because I feel like GoGo is both a music and also like a philosophy and a way of living. I know that growing up in this culture and being part of GoGo has had an invaluable impact on my development and on who I am. GoGo has like this really, kind of resistant energy towards like anything that tries to take it over and dilute it. And, it's something about that music form that can rally people and empower people. And it's always been something that hasn't needed anything else to keep it going, except for the crowd that loves the music, which says something about the people in this area and the wealth of what we carry with us. And I think as long as we are constantly remembering that, we are going to be more than okay. I want people to know that if you really want to know about GoGo, you have to come to a GoGo. It's a live experience, and it depends on your participation. So you can read about GoGo, you can watch a film about GoGo, but if you don't come and become part of the GoGo, you will have a limit to how much you'll understand. It's about love. It's about community and solidarity. It's about our voices, as individuals, but also as people who are kindred to this music and to this city, which is kind of expanded. It's not just Washington, D.C., it's now the DMV, right? And most of the GoGos happen in PG County because of politically, what happened with the city council trying to block GoGo from getting played in D.C., which, has something to do with gentrification, So there's a whole lot that you could talk about when you talk about GoGo music, there's a lot there.
Yo, peace, what up? Yo, this is Patrick Washington, a.k.a. Black Picasso of the almighty Poem C's.
My name is Christylez Bacon, progressive hip-hop artist from Southside.
Tonight, this is family business, man. We are coming together under the umbrella of the music that raised us, that changed us, that made us, helped make us who we are. And, that's the homegrown sound, man. It's all about GoGo tonight.
I concur.
Yeah.
What Picasso just said. We're celebrating our culture, our heritage here in DC. GoGo music, and so it's a show that's really hard to describe to people. They just have to experience because it is like mixed media. A very dynamic show that includes a go-go band in that performance and storytelling with go-go dance. It's crazy.
I think a lot of people, who are outside looking in, look at it with squinted eyes, and their head tilted sideways. They figure that it's, inaccessible to them. They think it's unreachable. They think it's, another language. And I will say it is a bit of coded language. We're speaking to each other, but it is very inclusive, different cultures. Chuck started with salsa rhythms, and
was a blues musician, singer, guitarist.
Yeah. So it's a lot of different sounds coming together, and it's always about love and just having fun,
Yeah. So before there were hip hop, before people in DC were listening to hip hop, they were listening to GoGo. And I feel like getting to know GoGo is getting to know deeply what DC is going through. That's how slang and code and language gets passed on around the city.
My name is Portia, a.k.a. Queen P from the Beach of Feet Kings, representing Washington, D.C. I'm here to support Jess and her production. Here with my boy Christylez from the Originals. He told me about this project, and I was privileged to be involved with it. So I'm just here to support give my gift and talent to dance, and that's pretty much it. It's a go-go love story, so I have a lot of love for go-go. It's exactly what caused me to get a part of the Beat Your Feet Kings and to do what I love to do, which is beat my feet. I'm a dancer by nature, just in general, so it doesn't really matter what kind of music, but go-go is our native music, and it's the music that goes with our style of dance. So I just felt like it was important for me to be a part of it. When I was asked to do it, it was really a no-brainer. I just went on ahead and said yes, so I'm just happy to be here. Basically, like, go-go is like spirit felt. It's heart driven. The way your heart beats is how the kick of the drum is. That's what it means for us in DC. It's our own personality, our own creativity. You can do anything with go-go, and I think that's the mentality of most DC natives, is that we can do anything. We'll make ourselves a star even when people don't think we're stars. We're game changers. We're just innovative people, and I feel like even though go-go sometimes takes original music and put a twist on it, we also have our own original music. But we just like to incorporate what everybody else likes to hear as well. So it's important to us. I think the first time in 1999 when I first seen the style of Beat Your Feet, I always knew what go-go was, and I knew how to do the hee-haw and all the dances that go with pocket grooves. But when I saw this style of Beat Your Feet, I was like, what is this? I have to learn this. And I was in the 8th grade when I learned it, and I was just like, this is what's up. Who would have known that years and years later I end up on America's Best Dance Crew for this style. So I was just like, that was amazing for me. So it's good. It's been a privilege to be a part of the movement and all that that means. So I'm just blessed. I think that people who don't live in DC should always try to give go-go a chance. I think a lot of times they just push it away because it's something they don't understand, or it's too noisy, and a lot of places can't really mix the music because it's so loud and so aggressive. But it's kind of like our rock music. But we really want people to embrace it more so than look down on it, or think so negatively about it for those people that are not from the city. So I just want to make sure that everybody stay positive, that this love of music that we have is a togetherness for DC and wherever you go. Shout out to the Beat Your Feet Kings. Shout out to the originals, the whole Beat Your Feet Finest movement. It's your girl Queen P. I'm out.
I am DeeJay Zombie, better known as, well, not better, but also known as Erica, also known as many other things on the streets. Today I am providing some of the motivational ambient sound, like the pre-show go-go vibes, easing the crowd into what's about to go down tonight. What makes me excited to participate is the fact that, this is something that DC is all about. Anything that's all about DC, I'm all about also. Anytime we get to showcase something that's our own, that nobody can put anything on because they don't know. You don't know unless you're from here and you've gotten into this culture. And so anytime there's an opportunity to showcase that and move that forward and show how great it is, I'm down for it. Well, my history as a go-go DJ is just as a lover of go-go music. So my extensive catalog of music got me the opportunity to be a go-go DJ, because it's like, well, I have all this go-go. Sure, I'll play some go-go for you. And that morphed into DJ programs and DJ sets with various DJ cliques and crews around the city. And I'm an avid follower of the Backyard Band. Those are like my friends too. Like when I went to the show, it wasn't just because I liked the music. It was like, these are my boys. Oh, and I can't wait till they do that part or whatever. And I just really love the whole vibe of the go-go culture. It's like an experience. Like I always tell people who don't really understand, I'm like, you gotta go. You're not gonna understand it from listening to the CD or listening to the PEA tape or whatever. You're not gonna truly really get it until you go in and you feel the bass through the speakers vibrating, and you see how people move, and you see what's happening when they say that part on the song. Then you kind of becomes full circle. So that's the extent of my knowledge and involvement with go-go. It's just simply being around and being from DC. I'll just say that, hopefully And I'm sure that it will, now that we've lost the godfather of GoGo, that it will continue. I mean, because there's a lot of people in the industry that have been growing up and they had the privilege to grow up while Chuck Brown was around. And so they'll keep that going, and then they will in turn become those icons who the future will keep GoGo going for. So,
I'm Natalia Hopkinson.
And I'm Kato, Hammond.
So we're both on the cast for Crank and Groove. We're two of the storytellers. So I wrote a book on GoGo last year called GoGo Live, and so I've been doing a lot of different talks around it. So I was happy to be able to share a story from my GoGo adventures.
Yeah, same here. I'm, as Natalie mentioned, we're storytellers, and I'm here along with Nina and Christylez to tell our story, and Patrick, honestly, to tell our stories. And me, myself, I've been playing in bands for years, and I run a GoGo website now called T-Mod-GoGo, and we just talk about what we do and bring that experience to new people who are interested in experiencing it.
And Kato is actually, he used to bill it T-Mod-GoGo, the gateway to GoGo culture, and that's what he's been doing forever. It was really a pioneer. T-Mod-GoGo was an online publication before the Washington Post had an online publication, to just give you some perspective on how long they've been at it. And he had print, he had online, and it sort of evolved over the years. And, he's definitely one of the guardians of GoGo.
Well, what makes GoGo uniquely DC, because that's where it originated, you know what I'm saying? And every area have their own sound. There's a national pop sound, but every area has their own sound. And some of it gets popular, you know what I'm saying? And this has been the sound, and they have their own sound for whatever reason. I mean, if hip-hop started in New York and it was starting because they didn't have instruments, they had records, and they made do what it did. In this area, we had instruments, and we made it to do what we do with the instruments. And so that's what makes it unique. What makes it different is it's still that old school flavor to it, where you got all real instruments. You know what I'm saying? If you want horns, we don't need a Casio with a bunch of horns on it. We got, trumpet player, trombone, sax, like that. And it's still percussive driven. There's no doubt that live band music will, and I'm not knocking the DJ, you know what I'm saying? But live band music would knock a DJ any time. I watched Snoop the other day on Arsenio.
Yeah, I saw that.
And Snoop always do it with a band. And that band sounded like a go-go band. I mean, they were rocking. It would have sounded so much better than it would have if it was just a DJ mixing. It's just that live thing to it. And that's the thing about go-go. It's a live, energetic party and experience.
Well, I think before we started talking, Kato and I were just talking about how it's one of the things that's unique is the audience is part of the band. And so it's very, very interactive. Like, there is no performance where you're just sitting back and just clapping appreciatively. You have to participate in GoGo. And so because of the audience as part of the band, it's a very sticky experience where, once it kind of gets under your skin, it's hard to kind of let go. Like, once you kind of get into the groove and kind of understand what's going on, it's it's kind of addictive. So I think you have a few generations that are addicted to the sound and that experience.
GoGo is definitely an experience. It's been here for a little over 30 years now, and it's not going nowhere. It may change shape along with culture. It'll change with culture, but it'll still remain. If you haven't experienced it before, you even got a cat there, James Funk can tell you about it, that it's something you really would enjoy. I haven't seen not one person ever go to a go-go and walk away not liking it. I've never seen that.